Hi, Blake Matthews here from Florida Orienteering, and with a quick video in preparation for our brand new season for 2021, our return to live orienteering. I want to do a quick video on the Livelox app, getting it set up and ready to use on your phone. Livelox is a terrific app that's used for GPS logging. It allows you to record your run on the course, and it will automatically overlay the exact route you actually ran on top of the map you used after you're done. This is great from a variety of points of view. It's good for the individual runner because you can study up on exactly what you did right and what you did wrong on your course after the fact for training purposes. It's also great for instructors, for coaches, to be able to see how your students and runners did and be able to coach them through what they need to work on to improve for future events. It's also great because it allows us as event organizers to do live tracking of people when they're out on their courses. So from a point of view of operational risk management, tracking down people who are lost, it's just a tremendous asset all the way around, and we want as many people using it as possible. So I'm going to show you here really quick how to get that app installed and ready to use. It's a super easy process. It can be done in just a few minutes, and of course it is free. So I'm going to show you how that works. You just need to get the app installed on your phone. So you're going to go to the Google Play Store or your iTunes Store if you have an Apple device. If you punch in Livelox, Livelox, as the search term there at the top, you'll come up with, there's only one app out there in Appland that answers to that. It's this Livelox recorder with the white background with a red arrow on it. I've already got it installed on this device, of course, but you would install it on your own device. Please note that when you do the installation, or perhaps when you open the app for the first time, it's going to ask for permission to use location services. That, of course, is it requesting access to the GPS chip, which obviously it needs in order to do its job. It needs to know where the phone is so it can record where you're going on your run. So you must grant that. When the app is installed, be sure to accept it when it says, can I use location services? Once you've got it installed, you can open that up. And here's the screen you should see. At the top, you have two tabs. There's a record tab for recording new logs, and also a routes tab that you can use to see routes that you've previously recorded. Typically, when you start it up, it'll look like this. There'll be no routes recorded, and you'll have three items at the top that says person, event, and class, and none, because nothing is selected yet. In order to actually use the app, you have to do two steps first. You have to create a free account on the Livelox website and then set your app to use it. And actually, both of those can be done right here in the app. The first step of creating an account you can do on any device that's got internet access. Just go to www.livelox.com, and there's a button there that says create new account, and you'll see the screen I'm about to show you. But from the app, you don't even need that. You can just do it from within the app. If you go to that little burger stack menu up in the top left, you'll get this menu, and just pick create user account. And you can see this is all you have to fill out. It needs a first and last name for displaying results. It wants an email address to communicate with you, and then a username and password. So you just fill these things in with appropriate data for you. Make sure you have an email address that works. And those last two items, the username and password, you're going to need to remember those so that you can log in with them in a second. Once you fill all this in, you're going to click create user account there at the bottom, and that will create an account for you on the website. As I said, that's free. You just got to fill in these 5 things, and it'll be all set. Once you do that, back in the app again, of course, it still says none at the top there as a person because you haven't changed the app to actually use that account yet. So again, back to the burger stack menu in the upper left, you can go there and tap login, or a more direct route is just to go to the person line at the top there, and where it says none, tap to select, just click that, and then pick that first item, myself, login required. Either of those methods will get you to this screen. And then you would just fill in the username and password from the account you just created. I'm going to use mine here. Fill that in, your username and password, and then tap login. And now once you've done that, at the top where it says person, it should have your name, the first and last name that you gave it when you created your account. So now it knows it's you. The good news is that once you've done this the first time, you never have to do it again. From now on, when you open the app, it will default to looking at you, using you as the person there at the top, unless you go back to the burger stack and click log out. Then you can log in as somebody else if you want, but typically for an individual user, you don't need to do that. You just leave it logged in as yourself all the time, and then as soon as you open the app, it comes to this point, you're ready to go. Now, when you that's all the setup that's required. Once you've done this, the app is ready to be used. Then when you go to an event and turn up in the staging area at the event site, you would go to where it says event, tap to select. And there are multiple ways you can choose the event that you're going to do. There is that middle item there that says 6-character code, where we can actually supply a code for the event. But usually what you do is just use the first item there, select class by event, and then select event. And it will come up with a list of all of the events that Livelox knows about within a 10-kilometer radius of your current location, which of course is typically just the event you're at. It's a small enough circle that there's usually only one event within it. So that's the typical method. Just select event, and then there'll be only one event there. You just pick it. Once you do that, it'll show up. That event will show up down there as the event that you're at. And then right underneath it, there's a thing to tap that says select class. You tap that, and then it'll come up with a list of courses that are available at that event, and you would simply pick the course you're going to run and then click OK. At that point, the app is ready to be used. It knows who's recording, it knows what event you're recording a track at, and it knows what course you're going to do, and therefore what map to overlay the route on when you're done. You would then take the phone up to the starting line, and when you're ready to go, like right before your start time, a minute or so before your start time, just click the start recording button at the bottom, and you'll see it start racking up a tab of time and distance. At that point, you just shut the screen off, stuff the phone away in your pocket or in your runner's armband or wherever you're going to carry the phone, and you forget about it until you come back and complete your course, punch in at the finish to stop your official clock. Then you would pull the phone back out, open the screen back up, and the Livelox recorder will have a stop recording button on it. You press stop, and that will finish your track up. And then as soon as it has signal or Wi-Fi, it'll upload the track to the Livelox website and automatically overlay it on the map you used. It's really just as simple as that.